Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Shelley Raymond. I am president of Solterra Co-Housing, and we specialize in Golden Girl co-housing. Our goal is to drive demand for affordable, dignified rental housing and community-based care. Let's dig in so you can find out more. Canada is facing a housing crisis and its unprecedented demographic shift. The population aged 60 plus is set to double within the next 20 years. Housing opportunities and rentals are so bad in Ontario. Now many of our youth are forced to still live at home well into their 20s and 30s because affordable rent is impossible to find. This is driving surging demand for affordable, dignified housing and community-based care. Here at Solterra, we believe co-housing is one of the solutions to this challenging need. Today, in this presentation, we're exploring a new housing solution that blends affordability, independence, and community. Solterra Golden Girl Co-Housing Rentals works for seniors, multi-generational, LGBTQ, landlords, the healthcare industry, and the municipalities alike. I will focus mainly on seniors in this presentation, but a house is a house. The house doesn't care who lives in it. Many seniors are isolated, lonely, and financially stressed and struggling with housing and care options. Our Solterra homes are about converting single residential dwelling units into vibrant communities with private suites suitable for 4 to 6 occupants. From modular builds to student housing to multi-generational homes, this model has huge potential. Options to buy or rent, expansion to multi-residential or pods. We support local builders and developers, maintenance services, investors, and staffing for all of our projects. It's affordable and scalable. From planning to moving in can be done as quickly as 5 to 8 months, depending on the requirements of the project. Remember your university days or your first apartment when you shared space with others? This is similar, but adapted for aging adults with more privacy, more support, and a better fit for today's needs. These concept plans were designed by Elementary Architecture in Huntsville. This is a 5-suite, 6-bath bungalow in southern Ontario. 1,476 square feet of common space, private decks, and outdoor space for each suite. The suites in this home range in size from 490 square feet to 580 square feet. There are 6 bathrooms, a large shared kitchen, living room, and dining room with main floor laundry and private individual decks and walkouts from each private suite. But frankly, a house is a house. Solterra can help develop the shared house based on any age, any theme, or any group. As I mentioned earlier, our homes are perfect for men and women, LGBTQ, or a combination of both. Not all homes will be fully accessible, but they can be modified to support aging as needed. We transform everyday homes into exceptionally shared living spaces. Each home is carefully chosen for its layout, yard space, privacy, and potential to support aging in place. Our properties can be located on any street in any Ontario community, and every project is fully compliant with municipal zoning, building codes, and planning regulations. Remember, land use planning is about how a home is used, not who uses it. That's the power of co-housing. It's legal, local, and ready to scale. Our objective is straightforward. We want to increase the housing supply, reduce investor risk, and deliver affordable shared homes that align with municipal zoning, the Ontario Building Code, the Planning Act, and the Ontario Human Rights Code. But it's more about that than checking boxes and codes. This model was born from real-world experience. In 2007, I was a daughter desperate to help my own loved ones retire with dignity in a system that offered little more than institutional care. By 2009, my husband and I opened our first shared home in Bracebridge. That success was followed by homes in Brechin, Port Perry, and Barrie. This isn't theory, it's proven. We ran the home in Bracebridge for just under 10 years. Now we're gearing up to scale across Ontario, building trusted local teams who know their communities and and can move quickly to deliver safe, functional, and beautifully shared homes. Let's talk numbers, because they tell the truth. According to the District of Muskoka's 2024 Fast Facts, the region here has around 67,000 full-time residents. In 2021, nearly 47% were age 55 or older, and that number is climbing fast. Now here's the kicker. Nearly half, 48%, earn less than $30,000 annually. Remember, Muskoka's employment is often based in the service industry and is most often seasonal employment. If you apply the standard of the 30% affordability rule, that means a senior earning $30,000 can only afford about $750 a month in rent. But in the newspaper or in Kijiji, a one-bedroom apartment costs between $1,800 and $2,600 a month. That's up to $2,000 over budget for nearly half the local population. This is not sustainable, this is not ethical, and this is not aging with dignity. This problem isn't unique to Muskoka. It's playing out in towns and cities across Ontario. We are in a housing crisis, and the most vulnerable are our seniors, are getting crushed under the weight of it. We need models that are fast, affordable, community-based, and human. That's what Golden Girl Housing is, and that's why we're here. Golden Girl Co-housing is a proven practical solution that addresses the housing crisis head-on. Our model increases housing supply, and more importantly, it frees up larger homes in the community. Homes that younger families, first-time buyers, desperately need. It aligns with municipal zoning bylaws and Ontario Building Code, the Planning Act, the Ontario Human Rights legislation. It isn't a workaround. It's a compliant, responsible model that builds the legal and social mandates we're all striving for. Solterra Co-housing, or our Golden Girl certification managers, manage the household, ensuring safety and harmony and reducing the risk for investors or building owners. The financial model works because we reduce duplication. Shared housing means shared costs. Lower rents, lower utility costs, and bundled support services allow seniors to thrive, not just survive. We support daily living, things like grocery shopping, trips, cooking, cleaning, transportation, medication reminders, and perhaps most importantly, companionship. This is a scalable, community-based alternative to institutional facilities. It keeps seniors in homes, not institutions, while restoring affordability and dignity. With the right municipal support, we can bring these models in every town and city in Ontario and do it quickly. Tenants want long-term solutions, transparency, control, and decision-making and governance ability. They want to be involved in the rules and the regulations. They want privacy and they want independence. They want social connections, but on their own terms. They want reasonable rent based on income. They want homemaking services to help them maintain independence. They want input on who they live with. And they want a voice in the control and operational decisions, and the ability to age in place without being alone. On the other hand, landlords want tenants who pay their rent on time and care about the house. They want stable, long-term financial rates of return for their investment. They want to provide safe rental space that meets municipal and zoning requirements. They want to ensure taxes, utilities, and the building and property maintenance are paid monthly. And to be honest, they want lower risk. Landlords would rather not be involved in disputes or conflicts within the home. We have a complete 5-step mediation process and a conflict resolution process. Many landlords are ill-equipped to deal with health concerns of the occupants or household tensions or mediation issues. We do. Solterra oversees and manages the homes. We respond to the occupants' concerns, ensuring that the home runs smoothly and is financially viable for the investor and the occupants. This is where Solterra Co-housing steps in, not to control, but to coordinate. We have contractual agreements with the investors of the home to oversee it, the operations, and to protect the building, and match tenants, rent collection, house meetings, oversee the dispute resolution, and home inspections. We assist with service contracts, support services, and transportation. This creates a smooth, stable experience for everyone. Our House Committee meetings on a monthly basis give everyone the opportunity to discuss operations and concerns. Everyone has a role. Landlords own the asset, tenants form the household. It's a three-way partnership. Solterra keeps things running smoothly to ensure the shared home is a collaborative, clear, balanced, and peaceful space that you can call home. Once we have located a building and arranged the agreement with the investors, our goal is to use the waitlist to pre-select the right candidates for the home. This process is critical. We screen waitlist applications for compatibility, financial stability, and health and aging needs. If the house is already up and running and we just need one new tenant, we conduct our pre-selection and then introduce the new tenants to the household committee. Everyone has a say in the tenant's application process. One of the most important pieces of the co-housing puzzle is affordability. That's why we begin by establishing a preliminary shared rental rate during the planning stages. This is done in collaboration with the investor partners and takes into account all the key financial factors: the home's purchase price, anticipated renovation costs, liability insurance, taxes, mortgage expenses, and reserve funds for ongoing maintenance, and of course, the number of tenants expected to share the home. Once those details are fine-tuned, we finalize the base rent for each suite. We also estimate and budget for household operational expenses, which may include utilities, internet, snow removal, or common area cleaning. These expenses are transparent and can always be reevaluated later by the House Committee, ensuring accountability and fairness for everyone involved. In parallel, we assess the support service levels required, whether light support like meal prep and errands, or more involved support that is based on the applications we receive through our paid waitlist. So the service model reflects the actual needs of the incoming occupants. Next, we begin the matching and interview process, selecting potential occupants who align well with the vision of the shared living. We focus on compatibility, shared values, and like-minded living. Because it's a co-house environment, community harmony is just as important as the physical space. Finally, each co-houser signs a shared home lease. They pay first and last month's rent, and we confirm the move-in date. By this point, all the pieces are in place to launch a well-planned, community-oriented home that works for everyone: residents, providers, and investors alike. Municipal and community benefits. This shared home model, the Golden Girl Co-housing, is more than just housing. It's a community-based solution that's already working. It expands affordable housing options. It supports aging in place so seniors can remain in their communities longer. And it reduces pressure on municipal housing and healthcare systems by creating safe, private, and dignified homes where the occupants, to some extent, care for one another. They don't rely on private or public institutions. But to scale the solution, we need municipalities and governments to come to the table. Here's what we're asking for to help our clients. First, property tax breaks on managed shared housing models. This will lower the burden of monthly costs. We're not asking for handouts. We're asking for fairness. These homes relieve pressure on your overly stressed systems. Second, utility base rates and insurance that reflects lower income nature of these projects. When 5 seniors live in one house, they should not be penalized with commercial or stacked fees. And third, speed and support. We need municipalities to champion pilot projects, fast-track permitting, streamline inspections, and help us get our homes open faster. If we're all serious about addressing the housing crisis, then innovation like this deserves support, not red tape. Together, we can unlock real solutions for real people right now with your help. To recap, safer homes for seniors, assistance with activities of daily living, shopping, cooking, cleaning, with social and emotional. It ensures that we can age at home, self-governed, self-financed, and self-control, reduces isolation, improves well-being and social interaction. It reduces fire risk, medication reminders, food handling issues, fall prevention, and reduced 911 calls. It provides support and relief to family members and caregivers, reduces the chances of elder abuse, protects capital, and protects wealth and inheritance for the families. It's better outcomes for landlords and investors. It reduces community pressure on housing options, provides infill housing, freeing up existing housing stock, and maintains community linkages so no one is left out and forgotten. It's an immediate local housing impact, delays entry into institutional care and long-term care facilities. It's cost-effective, replicable, and community-based. What we're looking for. We're looking for homeowners interested in the Home Provider Program. To check out our website for more information. You can sell a portion of your home, stay, share, and thrive. We're looking for investors to engage and to help support more housing in your community. We need municipal champions and counselors to recognize and help those that need more. We need tenants. So join that waitlist. We will pre-approve your application and work closely with our partners to develop a project in your community as quickly as possible. If what you've seen today sparks even the slightest curiosity, let's keep the conversation going. Scan the QR code to explore more, join our monthly newsletter, and find out how you can get involved as a home provider, an investor, a tenant, or a champion for change. If you believe in better housing options for aging Canadians, don't just scroll by. Click that like button, share this presentation, and leave a comment below because your voice helps us build momentum. Our goal is to rethink housing. If you're curious about joining or supporting a shared housing project, reach out to us. Let's co-create this future. Together, we are all stronger.